Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream, 24th of May 2025. It's 29 minutes past 9 in the morning, 29 minutes late for today's live stream. Members only group flight, I should say, number 65 here at XP12. Oh my goodness me, I've spent the last, 2.5 hours at my PC trying to fix this. So I'll explain to you what happened before I say hello, and thank you all for participating in the group flight. But yes, last stream in XP12 we had a significant issue where in the beta it crashed and we couldn't reload in the beta, so we had to opt out. This was in the Tolis A340, and we reverted to the last release candidate version. Everything was fine. This morning I thought I'd get up really early so I can get everything set up, spawn in the sim with the scenery, and I did all that. It was working great. I fed the baby and I had about an hour and a half left. I thought, oh, you know what, I'll go back into the beta because the clouds and graphics look much better. I opted back into the beta, didn't change anything, and it just would not load in. Had the exact same issue as I did in the Tolis A340. I closed the sim, I removed the scenery, still wouldn't load in. I put the scenery back in, and I think that the root cause was this scenery. This scenery requires you to edit the .apt data file in X-Plane 12, and it would just hang for 30 minutes on the loading screen. Now, I was about to throw the PC out the window and I thought I'll just quit and reload one more time, just see if anything changed, because I know it rewrites the scenery files when you do that. And without changing anything, it worked in the beta. We are now in X-Plane 12 beta in Seoul, everything working as planned, and it just took 2.5 hours. Massive patience and acceptance from my lovely fiance, who I explained I need to slightly delay the start of this stream and I'll be 30 minutes late because we're going out for lunch. So yeah, thank you very much. I will no longer make any changes before the start of the stream, and yeah, fingers crossed no issues today, because I think if it crashes I lost the patience to try and fix it. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, yes, but it's pronounced Seoul. I know this. We've flown into this airport before. Thanks, Simpa. Anyway, yeah, let's get back on track. 65th members only group flight. Thanks once again for everyone participating. I've missed my slot. I meant to push back 2 minutes ago, but I'll just have to delay it. Not a huge turnout. This is often the case if I stream in the morning, and in places like Asia, a lot of you are quite busy at the weekend as well. But thank you anyway to everyone who did jump in and participate today. Who we got here in Seoul? We've got Alpaca 1 Echo Delta just finishing their pushback. We've got Alpaca 1 4 Charlie, 2 Whiskey Bravo. You can see in the distance on the right here. 1 8 Golf in the A320. We've got Alpaca 2 4 India Sierra pushing back in the A310 there, and Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee just taking off in the A350. This is actually a really good sector to fly all those wide body jets. Anyway, this is the $0 payware freeware scenery, one of the best freeware sceneries available in X-Plane. They're really nice, really high quality as well. But anyway, here is the ZIBO Mod 738. There's been no updates to this aircraft for a month. I don't know what's happened to ZIBO. I hope he's okay. At least this version's reasonably stable and working quite well. I've not had any significant issues with this build once, I think, so we'll be flying this one, of course, today. What else did I want to say? I can't remember. But then, once again, thank you all for your membership and for your patience whilst I was 30 minutes late to the start of the stream. Oh yes, I know what I was going to say. The aircraft is in a transit setup state. In all the excitement, I started with the engines running in X-Plane, so I just shut the engines down, so it's already sort of halfway with the setup. But that's good. I was meant to be pushing back 3 minutes ago, but as per the group flight terms and conditions, you can be late. Just try not to depart early, but there's not many people participating, so you just push whenever you want to today. Anyway, let's jump on into the cockpit. I've not even mentioned once what we're doing. We're overloading. Well, I say overloading, not many of us though. We're doing a fly-in into the largest city in China, that's Shanghai. Flight time for us guys from Seoul here is around 1 hour, I think, and 30 minutes. Of course, I've got to open up Navigraph, so I'll get that fired up now so we could show you the routing. And we've got the other group coming in from, is it Taipei? Yes, from the south. Oh, God, I've completely forgot where it was coming in, but there we are. Beautiful routing along South Korea. We've got ATC here organised. I never heard back from who covers Taipei. I can't remember who I contacted, but we should have full ATC going into Shanghai today, which is pretty good. But yeah, it should take us around an hour and 30 minutes. Live time, live weather, of course, like every single live stream we do. Well, live weather we always do live time. Michael Bremer, thank you. 42 months as a member. Hi, Cappy says, good day to you. Thank you very much for popping into today's live stream. Once again, thank you very much for all your patience, guys, whilst I was fixing this issue in the background. So, as mentioned, we are in a transit setup state. So, for those of you familiar with streams, this is the setup we have after just landing. We'll imagine that's the case, just saves a bit of time. And we'll get the latest weather conditions and the ATIS. So we've got 128.4. Let's copy that here and copy down the weather. I feel so ill prepared because of all the issues I was having just before the start of this stream, but hopefully we'll pick up the ATIS.
Information from Seoul approach 1040 degrees
Get a piece of
7
paper,
knots.
which I haven't got.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds broken 4,000 feet. Broken 7,000 feet. Temperature 19 centigrade. Dew point 10. 009 hectopascal. Trend. No significant changes. Notices to air emissions caution bird activity. 15 right expect South ID. Bokta 2 Charlie. Binal 2 Charlie. Egoba 2 Charlie.
What's it saying?
2 Charlie. Runway 16 left expect South ID. Bokta 2 Hotel. Binal 2 Hotel. Egoba 2 Hotel.
Crikey.
Asta 2 Hotel. Expect Poland 2 Hotel. Gukdo 2 Hotel.
Is anyone
Kabu 2 Hotel
good at
arrival.
reading
Do not
or
enter
listening to
parallel
Korean?
taxiway without ATC instruction. Do not enter apron area without advise you have information. Foxtrot.
Okay, I think I got some of that, but there we go. I've got it here in text. I think it's talking about the available SIDs.
Foxtrot. Time 0800 UTC. Expect simultaneous parallel ILS. Fly approach runway 15
Yankee.
right, runway 16 right. Departure 6 left for route I711 and I697 west. Departure runway 15 right for route I697 east and I78. Expect landing runway information from Seoul approach. 1040 degrees 7 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds broken 4,000 feet. Broken 7,000 feet. Temperature 19 centigrade. Dew point 10. QNH 1009.
I'm going over to ground. I think I'll copy most of that off text. A very wordy ATIS, but it is working. And we've got information Foxtrot. Let's make a note of that. And expecting south easterly departures from roughly 1.15 or 16 left, I think, is what we can expect. Weather's pretty nice. 0407 10k broken at 4,019 degrees. QNH is 1009. So we'll set the QNH now 1009. We'll put an MFRA of 1,060. That's set. I have already synced up SimBrief with the FMC. So if we go here to route, I'll put Romeo Kilo Sierra India. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to start the flight here, and I say home. Where is this one? Isn't it? Load OFP 739. Oh, yeah, well, there's no events in Shanghai, so I'll just take standard block fuel, round it up to 75. Let's activate that. Start the cleaning process. You can expect 16 left for departure. Thank you, Andy. That is, to be fair, what it did say on the ATIS. So for us, that's going to be probably quite a longish taxi, I think. I just chose one of the several spare stands. So yeah. So we'll probably push back here, out one of the various taxiways and all the way to runway 16 left. I'll probably be bringing up the rear of the group flight now. Perfect, so that's in. Let's put that in here. Request our flight plan from ACOS. Good morning, Ragbus. Captain, I blame you for getting into XP12. It's all your fault. Sorry. Good. Refueling is ongoing, so 7.5 tons. Flight plan should be here anyway. So 7.5 minimum block fuel. That's fine. I've not checked the weather destination. It should be okay. Yeah, lovely. Cav okay on the TAF. There's no TAF actually for Shanghai, but it's Cav okay at the moment. It should be fine. Okay, let's load in the operational flight plan. Someone just got clearance on 15 right, so I better just get my clearance now.
Apologies, would you be able to send that through text for Alpaca 1 Takeoff? Just trouble understanding.
Alpaca 1 Takeoff, there's no problem.
I'll give them a couple of minutes just to get that through text, but whilst we're doing that we can set up the MCP. So they just got their clearance on 15 right, so it probably depends on where people are parked, but we can set the runway QDM at least, which is 153 on the MCP, so a bit out of sequence, but that gets that done. I haven't got a clearance yet, so we'll set something like that. Fuel dumper on. Fueling's not quite done yet. Window heat's already on because we're in a transit setup state. Start the APU. Perfect. Ground, hello. It's Alpaca 65 Charlie November on Terminal 2. And copied latest information. Foxtrot. QNH 1009 stand 32, departure clearance to Shanghai. I forgot what stand I was on, guys.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November Incheon ground, hello, clear to Shanghai Pudong Airport, departure runway 16 left, Bogta to hotel departure, Bogta Dennis 5. Plan and maintain flight level 380, departure frequency 128.325, squawk 4131.
Clear to Shanghai, runway 16 left, and it's the Opti 2 Hotel. Climbing flight level 80, airborne frequency 128325, squawk 4131, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. I think it was the SID.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, respect back.
Opti 2 Hotel? Opti 2 Hotel? I'm not sure. Anyway, you guys will be able to confirm. Flight level 80 is set. We can put the squawk in 4131. Perfect. A Bopta 2 Hotel. Thank you, Andy. You are actually my FO today because I have got the X checklist running. Got New Sky running as well. Oh, look at that. It's the one I planned. Excellent. So execute. No idea what runway they'll be using in Shanghai. I'm just going to put for now their most easterly runway 34 right. I think they'll be landing. So let's just put let's do 34 right. Now the routing sort of terminates not where the flight plan terminates, if I remember rightly from having a look here. We've got plenty of time to fix it en route anyway, but doom it. We need some sort of doom it SID. I'm going to put that one, and then something like that. Just join the dots. And you get this in China, remember we're on meters when we get there, you get some sort of clearance 50 minutes before landing, which we've been told to expect. But yeah, we won't go all the way to PUD. What we'll do is prior to PUD, is at Dumet, you see where the routing goes off to the south, is find the second Dumet, which is Larsan. Do that. And then join MP2, oh I put the wrong transition in, but that's fine. MP2 to Papa Foxtrot 8. Something like that. Oh no, not that one. MP2, PF8. There we are, perfect. So we've got something in the FMC we can, that's sort of representative of our routing. Right, cool. Fueling's complete, so we can turn on the seatbelt sign. APU can go on the bus. APU bleed on. Open the isolation valve. So 0 fuel weight's in. Expecting 56.8, 165 passengers. Reserves are for Hajon, I can't remember how it's pronounced, 2.8, it's the next major city close to Shanghai. Cost index 30, 38,000 feet for our route, which is in the box. Executes, cruise wind, top of climb at 249 at 97. Top of climb ISA is 7. And let's just do the performance. Been holding the baby, feeding her this morning, so my wrist is a bit... So I've got all my weight on my wrist. Yeah, operational flight plan, that's what I wanted to look at in the performance. So, takeoff, we'll go full length as well. 60 bubs, Dave, cheers. Is it Korean or Chinese food on this flight? Both! All options available. Cheers, buddy. Runway 16 left, 4,000 metres. Maximum assumed temperature, calculate. So yeah, look at this, TO2 5 degrees. Sorry, flat 5, TO2 42 degrees. It's going to be one of those days, I fear. Perfect. Flap 5, CG's in, 6 units sitting. I think we're only going to end up being about 20 minutes late, guys. 6 units. Speeds. So these are... See, speeds increase to improve climb. So these are improved climb speeds, so we can accept them. 146. 148, 155. There we are. And V2 142 knots. So improved climb speeds, improve your climb performance basically to clear obstacles. So we're using that runway length to accelerate to a higher speed. 155 is set. Cool. So performance is done. Hey Greg, morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let's just do a panel scan up here. It was already in a transit setup state. That's all good. Steady. Flight directors are on. Let's have a look at this SID. So now we're departing off runway 16 left, which is a Bop 2 hotel. It's basically climb straight ahead. Hotel Delta 050, 5,000 feet stop altitude, but we were told 80, 10,000 feet. Right turn 100, 120. Bell 2. Oh no, so we're going the other way south, aren't we? Dope. HD 130, HD 140, 14,000, Bop to 170 above, so that's all coded correctly. There's no nav aids to tune. Let's see if there's any beacons on the field. So we're departing off runway 16 left. So over here, okay, there's a little long taxi, but no problem. And so VOR on station. Let's put the Wangsan VOR 112.9. Might as well tune that. Perfect. Cool. So we briefed the taxi, we briefed the SID. Well, the taxi we don't know, it's going to be very long and in direction to the north. And we're all ready to run our checklist. You're likely to get cancelled out restrictions after radio contact, roger. Yeah, the different parts of the world, they use different terminology. In the UK, they use the term climb now, fly level, to say the restrictions don't exist anymore. Right, we can do the transit before start checks for line.
Before start checklist to the line. Gear pins. Oxygen.
Not again.
Oops, didn't do the oxygen and light test, so... To be fair, in my defence, during the transit setup, don't need to check that. Here comes the oxygen test.
Tested 100%.
Perfect.
Yaw damper.
On.
Fuel.
Oh, Joe, I've got my... Actually, reminds me, I need to get my table out. So, fuel, we require a minimum of 7390. We've got 75 on board, and 4 pumps should be on.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
4 pumps on.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pax Auto. Bleeds on.
Pressurization.
So, pressurization, we've got Pax Auto bleeds on. I just need to set the elevation for our destination, which is 12 feet, so that's set.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross check.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Radios, radar and
God,
transponder.
I've got the image I need. Perfect.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Just here, look.
390.
Takeoff briefing.
So that's what we need to convert, and that reminds me actually. Oh, I don't want to remove Chrome. Cancel. So what I'll do here, when you operate 7.3, if you select the meters button on the EFIS panel, you get your meters here as well, so it's easier to convert. You can just set the cleared altitude to meters.
PA.
Complete.
Complete.
Can't speak Korean or
FMC
Chinese.
CDU.
That's set.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
N1 and IIS Auto. V-speed set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Ground to
Performance,
cockpit.
weight, and
Tow
balance.
is driving up.
That's sound Korean.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode installed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck windows
Oh,
and
it's a tight
cockpit
little
door.
tug.
Closed.
British Airways.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
What tug is this?
Before start checklist completed.
I've
to
never
the
seen
line.
one of these tugs before in my life, let alone in X-plane. Right, perfect. Checks below line complete. The transponder out off. Oh, I'm glad we got back into the beta. Fingers crossed. No issues here. We've just got Alpaca 18 Golf pushing back now. We've got Alpaca 14
Some
Charlie.
doors are still open for the GPU or the ASU are still connected.
APU's on the bus.
I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Closed, disconnected. Okay.
Okay, all doors
Perfect.
and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
They used it at the airline at Terminal 5. No way. Yeah, he is a long way from home. Maybe Korean born. China 7. I guess some people are utilising the ATC we organised for the group flight for today. Departing off both runways by the looks of it. So we're obviously departing off runway 16 left, which is over here. Oh, don't dare zoom in too far. No, sorry, 16 left. I'm confused. What is that noise? Ciao, Edo. Right, 16 left is oh, I don't know where I'm going. It's disorientating. Yeah, we'll be facing south. Map's the wrong way. Right, I need my push and start clearance, don't I? And it'll stand 3-2. Alpaca 65 Charlie November stand 3-2. Request push and start.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, push and start is approved. Facing northwest, QNH 1009, make a short pushback.
Push start approved. QNH 1009 face northwest. Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Good.
Alpaca 30 Zulu, contact Incheon control.
Hey Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
I want it. Northwest is going to be that way.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pens inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Perfect. Pull over line.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Not bad, guys.
Anti-collision
20
light.
minutes late.
On.
We've done
Parking
group flights
brake.
where I've been 20 minutes late due to
Transponder.
sheer amounts of
Alcohol.
traffic.
Before start checklist complete.
This time, 50 minutes ago, I was pulling my hair out. What little hair I had. Let's go.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Line them up. There's Jim. Holding on to I'm not sure what. There's me looking cool as ever. There we go. Don't know if I've seen a rude. Back to work tomorrow as well. I was flying every day. I have got a standby now. The standby usually means I'll hang around the stream or something. Oh, I'm so busy at the moment. Right, starting engine number 2. Wedding stress. Went to go collect, went to go order our wedding rings yesterday as well, wedding band. Then 2. Oil pressure and 1. Fuel coming on, check the spark valve, good. Good old ZIBO. Oh, Incheon ground's closing. That's a shame. He said contact. What was the approach? What was the approach frequency you just mentioned? I think it's the only other one on that. To be fair, yeah, 128325. Perfect. Good start on engine number 2. Are these tugs remote controlled then? Are they like RC tugs? And electric? I've never seen one. Starting one. Excellent, Simba. That's good timing. Yes, from they said they'd be online from 0900 Zulu. The controller was very nice. Well, he's the event coordinator for VATSIM PRC. Republic of China. N2, oil pressure, N1. Fuel on. Morning, Lee JC. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I might as well go to 128.325. There we go. I haven't really set the courses to anything, so we'll just set it to the runway QDM. Great freeway
Just about
scenery.
done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Perfect. Hi Vince, evening all, airborne and heading for Shanghai. Awesome stuff, buddy. Thanks for participating.
Confirm heading 100, sir.
So, the remote control, where's the remote control operator? And how do I disconnect the pin? Many questions that need answering. It's cool. That's one thing that X-Plane does have right. Well, with better pushback, it's an excellent.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the
Pushback
left.
tool.
Take it easy and have a safe flight.
You can do whatever you want. Perfect. Right, let's do the forward taxi flow. Flaps to 5. I even remember to set up yoke cam in all my stress, but I have resorted to trousers and a jumper today. It's quite cold. Forward, back, left, and right. Rudders, right, and left. Thanks, recall. And back with lower DU, we'll just read the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Pro-P.
And it has operator next to it for comms and
Off.
pin,
Air
roger.
conditioning.
Fix auto. Bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flips 5 required and selected. Green light.
Oh, tower's now online.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist complete.
So there are Seoul Tower now online as well.
Confirm Alpaca.
He's not heard of Alpaca before. Let Edo get back, finish with the instructions. Greg Scott, have similar ones in the railway. You have the handheld control box.
China Southern 368, heavy Incheon Tower.
Dynamo City, yes. Flight did some trivia, yes. Remember we did that overnight long haul flight. A lot of people asked that again. I might have to plan that soon.
14 Charlie holding point. Mike 19er fully ready. 16 left. Oscar 14 Charlie runway 3. Correction runway 16 left.
I'm guessing runway 34 is in use most of the time because he said runway 3 automatically. It's quite common.
Alpha 3 Delta Oscar runway 15 right. Line up and wait. Line up and wait. Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 65 Charlie November. I just finished pushback off stand 3-2. Request taxi for runway 16 left.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Incheon Tower, good evening. Taxi to open of runway 16 left via Romeo 3, Romeo 8, Mike, then Mike 19er.
Taxi runway 16 left via Romeo 3, Romeo 8, Mike, and then hold my 19er, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Okie dokie, so for us, Romeo 3, which is straight ahead where we are, to Romeo 8, which is here, and then Mike. So Romeo 8 here, this way, then Mike is here, then Mike 19er, guessing is all the way.
Departure sequence number 4.
Mike 19er. Mike 16.
Delta Oscar, runway
Mike
3,
18, Mike 19, perfect.
15 right,
So Mike 19 is over here, even though we're going to be on Mike. So we're just approaching there. We'll just say, you know, I'm approaching Mike. Okay. Turn off and taxi lights on. Do the config check. No config warning horn. Let's go to Shanghai. Who's that just blasting off there? It's Alpaca 14 Charlie. Headed over to tower, approach controller right now.
We'll contact Incheon Control 168.325 Alpaca 14 Charlie. Thank you for the ATC. Bye. Sedan 368
Huge airport this is. So first let's Romeo 7, we're going to take the second left. There we are. Alpaca Airways in another country on this planet. Sim crash guru should have used X-Plane. Well, I had a lot of issues with X-Plane. I was close to uninstalling it this morning, but now it's all up and running. Fingers crossed.
Oscar 3 Delta Oscar, verify airborne. Packet Delta Oscar, go ahead, bro. Oscar 3 Delta Oscar, contact engine control.
Next left.
132, it'll say flight. Contact control,
I don't know if he's clearance and some they do that in Italy actually sometimes in Bergamo. Maybe Milan Bergamo, Milan Airport. They say yeah, confirm airborne, even though they can easily see your airborne from tower, but they still want you to call it.
We're going to have to disconnect. The plane doesn't want to turn into the ground, so we're
oh no! Oh, lucky buddy. Everyone's having issues with their sims today. Everyone's having sim issues. Oh, sorry. Hoo chum, am I a bit loud? Turn the sim up. So I could do that. And then, how's that? I'll put the mic a little bit further away. Is that a little bit better, guys? Thank you. But I absolutely always speak up for stuff like that. I'm more than happy to adjust things. Anyway, here's Mike. Cap, any chance you should be sure if you might be flying on Friday? I won't be flying on Friday. If you want. It'll be my day off next Friday. Now we're on Mike. Whee! Watch the thrust, no more than 35 really, taxiing, maximum 40. Nice strong line here, so we go up to 30 knots. Nice straight line. Got Austin's vegan trucks everywhere. He's reversing off the grass, realising his error. Perfect.
345 heavy, stand by 1 minute.
What 30 knots looks like if you taxi straight past it. Oh, there's China 7 just rotate. Oh, that's a great view with the sun setting in the back. Look at that. It was worth all the pain to get the beta reinstalled, guys. Just about.
China 7 368 heavy, contact engine control on the 128.13, change your flight leg. Contact China Center on 128.325. Have a good day.
Have a thank you. We all heard that. We all heard that. Oh, speed. No more than 30. I'm going to get penalised by ZIBO and New Sky. Right, before takeoff to the line.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Flips 5 set. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
So, PAX order bleeds on, V-speed sets. We have 46, 48, 55 set on the MCP V departure. It's going to be the to hotel, runway 16 left, straight ahead, 530 feet, then hotel Delta 050 right turn. Climbing flight level 80, set on the MCP and EDP2, engine out SID. What's off to the south? It's the sea. So actually, you know what? We'll make a right turn westbound to be clear of the terrain. Climbing 3,000 feet. Perfect. That's reviewed.
Cabin.
Secure.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
We're fully ready now. Alpaca 65 Charlie November.
Please let me know when you are reaching holding point of runway 16 left.
We'll go. Perfect. Right. We could have maybe done an intersection departure, but never mind.
Critter 623, have you ready for cockpit clearance? Ready to copy.
Perfect.
Critter 623, cleared to Mali Inlet by a
Domino, shame there's no Shanghai ACC online. I need to send, and I'm not really sure about the altitude and meters, lol. So if you look on the 65th Members Group Live forum post, there's some altitudes. Just set one of those, essentially, if there's no one online, I think it said. It's in the Discord channel. God, it's that long taxiway, this. Yeah, if there's no one online, though, Domino Ocino, yeah. I was told Domino Ocino to be Shanghai full ATC and that 50 minutes before. Would they be following the guidance, and whether the approach controller or the ACC controller had to cancel last minute, I don't know. But that was told to me, well, last night. So when I woke up, I got the message already from the organizer. So I guess runway 16 left, line up and wait. Alpaca 65 China November. I'm guessing that guy's not there. So just descend and go for one of the levels and that screenshot. Right, there's Mike 19. That was our previous limit, but we have been cleared to line up and wait. Perfect. And weather radar on as well. Perfect. Below the line.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
1.5.
Roger. I think that was for me.
Negative. I didn't call it. Engineer 347, please.
Oh, Vanson, they can tell if I replied to you. They know who's talking. I like that.
Alpha 65, Charlie November, runway 16 left, wind 0306, clear takeoff.
16 left, cleared takeoff, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. I best report airborne, otherwise I'll get told off like Edo did. Right. Togue's in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Shanghai, finally. Perfect. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. 88.5. Takeoff thrust set indications normal. Check to reach full pressure.
Rotate.
We go. Oh, deadpan feels very pronounced. More than I'd expect. There's been no updates in the mod either. Gear up. Alpaca 65 Charlie November Airport.
400.
Oh no.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, continuing to control on 128.1325, injury flight station.
123.25, thank you. Alpaca 65 Charlie November, bye. Alright, let's bug up. Try and do a flyby for you. Beautiful. Oh, the of ships there as well. Right, flap 1.
There 347, contact Incheon control on 128.325.
Over to controller. Flaps up. Trim, trim, trim. Incheon control, hello, Alpaca 65 Charlie November on the Bopta 2 hotel, passing 2100, flight level 80.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, Incheon control, radar contact, land VI5 to flight level 380, restriction.
Cancel restrictions, climb now, flight level 380, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Lovely. Set 380 checked. Okay, flaps up, no lines. VNAV, set standards. Command A, passing 37, flight level 380. Just a few restrictions to delete so we can push out into vent to delete them. There's the 10,000, there's the 13,000, there's the 13,000. We'll leave the 14,000 feet or above in, and the 170 above in as well. Using reserve fuel apparently, arriving 2.8, and the reserves were 2.8 to be fair. ZIBO, that's correct. You've actually got it right. Sometimes it comes up randomly, but that's good. Right, after takeoff checklist. Gears off. Water brake off. Air conditioning and pressurization is 2.0, climbing. Set. Release the crew. And standard set, passing 5-2, flight level 380. After takeoff checks complete. Bit cloudy. Don't need engine charge, so 17 degrees. No CPDLC. 14 degrees, but we're above the cloud now.
Alpaca 1, Echo Delta, say your Mach number. Mach decimal 81 for Alpaca 1, Echo Delta.
Shanghai, we're going into Shanghai, Zulu, Sierra, Papa Delta. There's two major international airports, that's what we're going to. Pudong. Right. I'm not fiddling with X-Plane anymore. Oh, this morning, my goodness me, that was stressful. Shanghai scenery is installed and I'm not changing that .apt data file again. I think that's what caused my issues. I was trying to install this scenery. I think it's because the default Seoul scenery in X-Plane doesn't have the new runway or something, so that's why I had to edit it. Right, passing 102, flight level 380, cruise checks, fuel 4 pumps, lights. Logo. APU still off, pressurization 3.9 set, belts recoil. Checks complete. Yeah, Adam, we're back in the beta now. I didn't change anything. It didn't work. I thought just before I opt out again, I'll just relaunch the sim, and it worked. First time after 40 minutes, it didn't open once. I just quit, reopened, and it opened straight away. But every time I think you launch the sim, it reloads. It reloads scenery files, I believe, of some sorts. Clouds look very nice.
Alpaca 5 Whiskey might increase Mach point engine or greater.
Perfect. So we're going to flight level 30, which is 11,600 meters. Aviomare, last time I asked you, don't turn on VNAV on takeoff. And I remember it's because of operator SOPs, but completely forgot the reason. Now I'm stuck trying to recall. No problem, but you know, there really isn't any difference between using VNAV and not using VNAV. If you use VNAV, it automatically bugs up for you. which has obviously advantages, but our SOP is just to simply bug up manually and bug the speed. It really, you know, it's just the way my operator does it, and other operators use VNAV. You either sort of just bug up, yeah. Why, I don't know. There's no operational advantage of either, apart from suppose in VNAV you have one less thing to do, but the idea is they want us to accelerate when we want to, not the aircraft. What's the damage then? ETA 1140 low, British summer. Okay, hour and a half. No problem, Navy. You're most welcome. So yep, full week of flying coming up. Well, I say a full week. They did change one of my days to a standby, which was actually a 4-sector day. So four days flying, and then back in the sim. This is next week's my actual flying week. What's your plans this weekend, guys? Doing anything very nice? Having a very quiet day today. We're actually having what we call a pottering day. Pottering day is tidy the house. Actually, I've got a bit of a story to tell you. It's quite funny, actually. I hope you'll find this quite funny. In our kitchen sink was leaking a little bit the other day, and we have like a, you know, just under a kitchen sink you have a U-bend, so your water drains, there's a U-bend, and basically the seal had just gone. So I went to B&Q and other hardware stores I available, bought some new seals. Anyway, I undid the U-pipe, and obviously there's a little bit of water sat in the U-pipe, and it's stagnant, it's a bit smelly. Anyway, I took it out, and a little bit of water leaked, so I said to Joe, Joe, could you just get a bowl so you can, I've got some water leaking, so I can place it under the sink where the U-bend is, just to collect it. She went and then collected the dog bowl full of water, and would anyone like to hazard a guess as to what she did with the water in the dog bowl? I think you might be able to guess the answer. And to be fair, I was very quick to use the very same dog bowl to catch everything that just came out of it. It was absolutely brilliant. We were crying. And about 5 minutes later, I forgot about it. Anyway, I filled up a jug of water that was leaking it, and I then tipped it down the sink. Did the exact same thing, completely forgetting I had taken the U-bend out. So yeah, water from the dog bowl went down the sink, and I did the exact same thing 5 minutes later. Thankfully there was a towel there, so it mopped up most of it. Oh, we were in hysterics. Anyway, I was very pleased with my plumbing. I fixed it, and it no longer leaks. Yeah, Vince said that Jack wasn't too happy. He's like, where's my water gone? It's back in my bowl again, via the sink. No, I did put fresh water in. Ooh, aren't we glad we went back to the beta? Look at those clouds, guys. They are very nice, actually. They do look good. Fair. Fair. Very nice. I think there's a lot of flights in real life between Seoul and Shanghai every day. I remember I looked on flight radar, I was like, oh my goodness me. Well, there are dozens. Loads of airlines. Now, so we're flying along the Korean coastline. I didn't actually realise how close Seoul is to the North Korean border. Very close, isn't it? There is Pyongyang. We're yet to visit on any live stream. Where? sorry, confirm the direct, please. Alpaca 65 China, November.
Turn to Sedley, Sierra, Alpha, Delta, Lima, India, Sedley.
Director Sedley, thank you very much. Alpaca 65 Charlie, November. Charlie, Echo, Delta, Lima, India. Is that what he said, guys?
Return to ZIBO 3, ready for push and start.
Box minutes out.
Face west.
Was it not? What did he say? Sadly, thank you. Lovely shortcut. Thanks, Jims. Look at that. What a shortcut. Boom. Execute. Just here, look.
Hello, Alpaca 1 Golf Time 16J2 with information Bravo, QNH 1009, wherever CP20. You request departure case to Shanghai.
Alpaca 1 Golf Alpha, flight level 3000.
Cool.
Alpha level 300.
Alpaca 1 Golf clear to Shanghai Pudong, runway 25.
Thanks, Will Adams. At least you were listening. It's correct if you go to Pyongyang. I bet the big man will shoot into the stream. He's lost a ship, hasn't he? I was reading in the news this morning. This new ship he's building has been blown up or collapsed on his side. He's blaming the people that constructed it. It'll be a lifetime of intense labour for them. 30,000 feet, 10 degrees. Oh, we've got someone participating in the group flight, albeit I think he's a bit late. Makes me feel a little bit better now, seeing how late I was. So there's obviously a gap between airspace here in Korea and China. That looks really realistic. Let's hope it's actually Cav okay. When we did our stream in the A340 the other day, there's a bit of an oscillation around this magenta line. It's not really routing direct. I think it's struggling with that wind. Yeah, really strong winds here as well. Oh, 103 knot headwind. Yeah, we had Cav okay in Munich on the 80th, but it was raining when we flew our approach. Infant, what's your ETA now? Well, if we get a shortcut on the star, probably 5 minutes less than this, about 10:32 Zulu. Vince, anyone having a star in Pudong yet, or expecting vectors in real life? It looks like they're landing from the south. So yeah, it's quite challenging because Domino Mosina was asking this question earlier. I'll just show you here. Discord. Where's this file? Sharing the overload. There it is. Let me just download this. Can Avitab open photo images? Or does it have to be PDFs? Oh, Domino Mosina, 35 left, BK91 Alpha star.
Ready for push and start.
Seems to vary. Anyway, I don't need to. So, if I share my screen, there we go. So, as most of us are coming in from Seoul, they have these different levels at Lamin. And in real life, they will tell you to be at one of these levels at Lamin, 220, 240, 260. It says, if no neighbouring agency there, please contact Shanghai. When approach is available, pilots are expected to receive a landing info delivered from Shanghai and control 50 minutes before landing. Pilots should read that back. It's basically your star clearance, what you can expect. And it's designed to reduce radio congestion when you actually arrive into Shanghai. Now, what was I going to say here? I can't remember, but basically follow that, and there's multiple stars. Stars are a little bit different here. So you've got your arrival. So the flight plan you can see here terminates overhead PUD, which we're not going to do. We're not going to do anywhere near. But they all start in convergent DUMIT, which is off that previous plate I showed you. So you've got all these DUMIT transitions, which sort of take you off your operational flight plan and then position the aircraft for the runway. Now the weather today, it's 350 at 9, so it's about 18 knots. Quite a strong wind actually. Roughly double it if you're in speed knots, meters per second. So we can definitely expect to land northerly. So the transition you want. Well, someone mentioned in chat, didn't they? A BK9 1 Alpha or DUMIT 1 Alpha. So you select one of the DUPITs. Or the Bukit 9 Alpha might work as well. So the Bukit, those are for the guys coming in from Taiwan. Whereas the DUMIT we want is this one here. So DUMIT 1. I've gone for the DUMIT 8 1 Alpha. No, sorry, that's for 16 left. The 9 1 Alpha. DUMIT 9 1 Alpha. Which positions you to this point here, and then north, or maybe a 9-2 Alpha, which will put you in a little bit closer, and you can maybe get vectors before that. They've got the conversion charts here, which are quite useful. So obviously everything will be in meters. To make that as easy as possible, I've already selected meters here. Perfect, sim, perfect. So the heads up.
Alpaca Taoyuan can request a couple minutes away from cockpit. Alpaca 3 call 3 seconds. I request a couple minutes away from cockpit, Alpaca 3 Alpaca 3 call Roger, report in base.
It's a great little shortcut we got there, but it takes us away from the coastline of Korea. Not that we can really see it. Oh, we can. There we are. A bit of ortho downloaded. You can see that wind. See, look, 106 knots here. So our track is 206. Our actual heading is 217. It's about 11 degrees of drift. And if you go outside here and look down, you'll see that. I go like this. See how we're drifting off to the left? Look. So we're not going in that direction. We're actually moving left. That's the drift we've got. Is from this strong wind. So the heading's adjusted to obviously maintain the track.
Papa 1, cross runway 31. Taxi Romeo, Echo 1, Alpha, Papa 1, and Bravo 1, runway 31. Alpaca 1 Echo.
Perfect.
1,000 to go.
Chase. Launching the rate of climb. If you know.
Gate 35, radio check. K125 heading Incheon now, then clear. K125 request IFR clearance to Taipei Taoyuan Airport, flight level 270. K125 request Kime, runway 16 left, Ospa to hotel departure.
Feel a little bit of roll motion. I can see the shadow on the window here if you look at my mouse there. There's a little bit of a slight roll behaviour. It's a bit unusual. It's always done that in the last few versions of ZIBO mod. It's usually real aircraft's pretty steady. It doesn't roll like that. Michael, I'm on the way again. Did you have some sim issues as well, buddy? Welcome to the club if you did. There we are. Flight level 380, map point 78. Nice establishing the cruise. In the beta. So I'll set max continuous thrust. There we go.
Turn 4, 117, half off flight level 320, digit high.
Michael, you set up at GG en route. Oh, interesting. Can we get a different way? Ah! You were not you were unable to taxi. Or only taxi in a straight line, Michael. Ouch. Not very good. Thanks for rejoining. Everyone's heard of Jeju now, obviously, because of the crash.
Beautiful.
I think this part of the world gets some mega thunderstorms sometimes. This is something I have noticed in X-Plane with beta. Sun's obviously quite low in the sky now, but it's very dark, the ground. You should see a little bit more detail even at this time of day. It's very hazy, I've noticed. Yeah, it's very... a lot of roll going on here. You can see the aircraft just rolling. I don't want to zoom in any further now, I don't want to test my fate. They said they fixed it, but still. Yeah, we are rolling into Shanghai Incheon. But I didn't get that in the last year builds of the mod, or the current build, just being the current build for months. Hello Felix, good afternoon to you sir, or good morning, not sure. Just rocking your baby to sleep to help Joe out of the back. Brilliant. Now she's nipped to the shops now. Morning Nathan Westhead, good day to you, thanks for popping in. Got one international down there, small airport. There's the one VOR. Or 111, wasn't it? There's the wide VOR, just off the left hand side. You can see the RMI pointing towards it as well. Generally we don't tune VORs on route. Finished, good news done with the fuel consumption. Still need to tune N1 indication and moving on to changes in the EFB calculators. Very good. Do you have ETA for the cargo variants to be released? That's the question everyone will be asking. Does it have a retractable nose? Does the nose go up and down? And a cargo hold? That's the question. We want to load some big cargo. I don't think there's any other 747 freighters out in any sim, is there? I did actually think about streaming the what's the 747 in X-Plane, the free ones, the sort of ZIBO version, Sparky is it? But the textures were, you know, no aircraft textures are as good as they are in Microsoft Flight Sim, but the textures are very dated in the Sparky. And the gauges all had like the wrong fonts. I don't know. I wasn't entirely sold by it. Fish got many other minor changes and fixes, of course. Complex aircraft you are modelling. I think I know what I'd like to see at some point, if it's ever possible, is a 747 SP. That'd be really cool. It's a very niche jumbo jet though. Can't see one down there. Lost the light. Oh, there it is. One international. Mike, hello. Are you running the ZIBO mod? It's nice to see that you've adopted the Collins MCP. Yes, I mean I have different variants of the mod installed, different liveries, and they all have slightly different variants. So some have the Collins, some have the Honeywell MCP, others have a few changes. But this version I've got sort of modded as a NG that was made in sort of the mid 2010s. So for example, it's not like the latter stages. We don't have the side-by-side gauge view. We've got the modern ISFD. The old school air conditioning panel. No ET at the moment, still feels like very raw and far from done. I'm sure, Felix, if you keep plugging away, it will come out very nice.
Alpaca Monaco Delta, radio speed Mach 0.75.
So this dude's sequencing traffic for Shanghai already. If I bring up the map here, if we can see any other traffic, it's a bit broken in Navigraph, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Oh, I'm at the back of the queue, but there's a good line of traffic going into Shanghai, that's for sure. Just a few of you coming in from Taipei. It's spread out, but yeah, otherwise we've got a good line. And we already have an Alpaca on final, Sasha. See the traffic on the transition from Doomit. There's Andy. We've also got Alpaca 9 Papa Yankee. There's Dave in Alpaca 7-1. Vince 2 Whiskey Bravo. Mason 5 Whiskey Bike. And 1 Echo Delta. 1-4 Charlie. And Edo in 3 Delta Oscar, who I'm right behind. Here I am, bringing up the rear. Huge, if you could only pick one for the rest of your life, what would it be, Collins or the Honeywell? I mean, it's not really a life-changing decision for me, but the Collins is fine. I'm used to the Collins. There's not many with the Honeywell now. Maybe a couple. Anyway, because we've got a significant shortcut, sadly we're still sort of 30 minutes away here. We can do a fuel check, sort of a beam away point. So what I'll do, I'll select Kidos, put that in the fixed page, select a beam, and then we can just do a fuel check. A little bit of a bug there, the green dash line shouldn't overlap the magenta like that, but it should stop exactly the magenta line, but it's pretty well modeled. Also the excess data, there should be no excess data at this range. Not that amount of stuff, huge amount of stuff to upload in. We'll be watching some footage of the HS2 works. I wonder if you can see it from the air. Just the part from the south, right at the beginning around London. But it's quite a scar on the landscape. When's that going to get done as well? Over budget, over shot. I don't think there is a final thing. Final date set. I personally think the money could have been invested elsewhere in the train network infrastructure. I don't catch a train very often. Maybe once a year to go somewhere, go see something. But it's far cheaper to drive. Who? No, I won't be able to watch. Well, I could, but I don't. I don't have Sky, so I usually watch the F1 on repeat. Just looking at what time I'm flying tomorrow. Yeah, I could technically watch it live. I might do. Might treat myself. But Monaco's a bit of a procession as opposed to a race. It's usually all about the qualifying. But I do. They're spicing it up this year, and they have to do mandatory of 2 pit stops. Because what happened last year wasn't there a red flag on the first lap? Everyone did a pit stop, changed the tyres, and there was no pitting for the rest of the race. So it was actually it's incredibly boring. So people were driving very worn tyres, but obviously you can't overtake, not without significantly risking a crash. So yeah, I saw that yesterday. What's his name? Completely forgotten. Stroll was up to his usual tricks. He got a grid penalty, didn't he? Because he rammed the back of Leclerc. And he was even told by his pit wall, Leclerc's coming, and he just drove right into him. He said, "Oh, he's having a nightmare, isn't it? Every year." I mean, he drove on the grass on purpose, or the gravel pit last year, didn't he? Crazy. Stroll doing Stroll things, yes. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, what time is qualifying today? Do you know what's quite nice? The local pub. I know someone that works there is the girlfriend of a colleague at work, actually. And they've got Sky, and I often ask if Well, I don't often ask. Once they're in, it was quiet on a Sunday, and asked if they could switch into Formula 1, but they didn't. To be fair, for the other people watching it. Oh yeah, it was Brazil 24 when he drove onto the gravel before the race, wasn't it? Fantastic. Nathan, great question. What's the reason between selecting max continuous as the M1 rather than leaving limit and cruise? Great question. So you can see here, currently our M1 is about 86%. If I was to go back to M1 limit and select cruise, you can see that the maximum M1 in max continuous is 99 and cruise is 95.9. So you can see if I go back to cruise, it's set a lower target. So that means if we get into a low speed situation, which I'll demonstrate now, if I bug 7.4, not under any speed control from ATC, so obviously auto throttle's reducing thrust to slow down. Now we're very thrust limited at altitude. Here at 38,000 feet the air is not very dense. The thrust output of the engine is significantly less than it would be at high altitude. So obviously 60% at sea level is going to give you a lot more thrust than 60% here at 38,000 feet. Now if we get into the 1.3 G manoeuvre margin, which is this amber bar, the aircraft won't stall, but obviously if you increase the G, your likelihood of stalling increases the slower you go. Now if I bug back to our cruise speed decimal 7.8, the auto throttle, 7.9, it will set a maximum of the target M1. But watch the acceleration at 95.4. Engine acceleration is a lot slower at high altitude as well, because the EC has to carefully meter fuel. But look, here's 95.4, and watch the acceleration. So max cruise thrust set, really slow. It's a little bit of a trend vector, but it's very slow. Now obviously if I set con, the auto throttle is going to set a higher thrust setting, and that just gives you slightly better acceleration. So to answer your question, the reason we at my operator select max continuous thrust to ensure that we have maximum thrust available to recover a low speed situation. And remember, maximum continuous thrust is the maximum thrust the engine can maintain without over time significantly exceeding any limitation. So the aircraft can sustain this thrust until it runs out of fuel. And then we allow the auto throttle of that situation. But you can see here, this is why you don't want to get into a low speed situation. Because look, we've had max continuous thrust set now for 30 seconds, and we've still accelerated to Mach 0.79. The aircraft accelerates very slowly at this speed. Hope that answers your question, sir. Domino Sinner, thank you very much to participating in the group fly as well, and as you always try to. You've got a busy day today. Nathan, that makes sense. Takes the scenario normal up speed, remaining cruise. Not in our operation. We always at cruise level select max continuous thrust. And now it's only just started reducing to its target thrust to maintain 0.78. Pushback, I've got a 10 place Ollie Behrman this week. Got a 10 place grid penalty because he overtook science during a red flag. Oh really? Oh dear. That's quite a rookie mistake to make though, isn't it? Massive car just drove past those. Yeah, we always change the heading bug to 10 degrees. Now what's going on with the ZIBO model? Look, there's this oscillation in roll here, so look, you can see the shadow on that window. Look. Left turn, right turn, it's constant. We're almost at beam keyed off, so we can do a fuel check there.
Alpaca 2 Whiskey Bravo, you're leaving my space, switch to Unicom 122.8, good day. 122.8, thanks very much for the ATC, Alpaca 2 Whiskey Bravo. Control to 158 heavy, returns to high speed taxi in 3 Mike.
Busy frequency, isn't it? There's a lot of local people. A lot of non-alpacas.
유니콘 122 주말에 지나드리고 있습니다. 감사합니다.
Yeah, so Kidos, 35 minutes into the flight. All intents and purposes have been there. So Kidos, 35 minutes flight, 36, a little bit late, only by a minute. Should have 4.9 tons of fuel. We've got just over 5 tons, so the fuel burn's good. And Kidos, we should have burnt 2.6 tons of fuel. 2.6 tons. We burned 2.4, so we're saving about 200 kilos off the burn, which makes sense. Yeah, there should be no excess data sign at this zoom level. There's nothing over the sea. I don't have waypoint selected. Wonderful. So you can see Edo, I know that's Edo because it's an MD-80 icon. But yeah, I should be around here somewhere, 20 minutes ahead, starting our descent shortly. Craig saw FP1 and FP2 were really busy. All the drivers were swearing, which I think was a protest to the new rules. Oh really, the 2 mandatory pit stops. Was there any other new rules? Who, Chum, how often do you chat with the flights 1-1-5 in real life? Never. Not meant to be used for that. You sometimes hear people from other frequencies and companies calling each other. They usually get someone then saying, you're on guard, or don't use this frequency, it's an emergency frequency. I just don't get involved, just listen. Oh, the new rules finding drivers for swearing. Oh, they probably spoke together and just started all swearing together. Good. Listen, look, they are playing, or I should say playing. They're driving and they're competing in a high-stakes sport where adrenaline is high. You know, we all know how difficult it is for these guys to drive these cars. Of course they're going to swear. Who would? This is a little bit... Yeah, the rules are a little bit too... They always bleep it anyway. You know, you don't hear them swear. Well, if they do, they always apologise. Any broadcaster does. Yeah. I really like that meme that was going around after it's obviously the FIA head of the FIA, one of these Middle Eastern chap, is he Saudi? I'm not sure, but there's a meme of him appearing everywhere. Like when Verstappen just obviously had a baby with his wife, and there's a picture of him in the background of the meme. Will, I want to know who did the hair transplants for Hamilton, Vettel and Gasly. They did a great job. Are they really? Who knows? Also, bonus fly next week. No training flights next week. All nice days out with based first officers.
Alpaca 24 India Sierra, descent reach Paraguay 260 by land.
Greg, fast F1 driver, no. Go Tom, not to swear, I would tell him to F off. I mean, if you were to put a... Well, I remember Vettel was saying that, the Dutch reporter, wasn't it? If you were to put a microphone in a footballer's, you know, conversation to a referee or other stuff, you know, wouldn't be entirely clean, would it? Richard says, do all of us apart from the boss secretly hope for the chance to rescue a flight with the question of, is there a pilot on board is asked in a fellow flight simulator, we can get to land a plane? Possibly, I was wondering, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, the chances of that happening are incredibly likely with 2 pilots. Although, in was it Lufthansa last week, there's a report out that the captain went to use the toilet and the first officer had a seizure, and there was actually no one flying the aircraft for I think 10 minutes, and the captain had to use the code to get into the flight deck. That was quite scary. I always thought after the German wing accidents that it was mandatory for European airlines to have 2 pilots in the cockpit. It certainly isn't ours, but I've learned since then not all airlines have to follow it. It's actually not a mandatory requirement. But I'm glad we have to have one of the cabin crew members in the flight deck. When either myself or my colleague has to go to the toilets. Well, I'd love their transplant surgery though. I want a Swiss hatch. Was the Swiss hatch when I graduated from university many years ago before Bedford? My advanced years, I want to treat myself better. You don't need an air transplant, Will. I think they're a bit of a fad. I'm going bald, and it's just part of life. I wish I had hair, but don't save it. Same wearing glasses. You know, part of me would love to have laser eye surgery done, but obviously I can't because of work. We can do, but you've got to have a significant period of time off. I think it's 3 to 6 months to allow your eyes to recover. And I didn't think about it during COVID, but yeah, I wear contact lenses most days, and then my glasses when I'm not wearing those, and I don't mind them so much now, but when I was younger. Alpaca says hello, sorry to miss the group flight. Oh, no problem at all, buddy, thanks for popping into the stream. It's been an awkward time this one for a lot of people.
Descend flight level 260, Alpaca 14 Charlie.
It's going very quiet on this frequency. This rocking motion of the ZIBO is going to send me to sleep soon. Well, the fuel burn's all good, 200 kilos up. We'll start, once we get sort of towards Sadley and turn a little bit more westbound, we'll start setting up for the approach. Well then, Sasha, saw you on that radar landing, having to taxi halfway across China to get to my gate. Oh, it's a huge airport, Shanghai, Zupang. They did ask what terminal they would want to spark. I said, oh, I don't mind, just as long as it's the same one. But then I realised the scale of the airport is huge. Huge airport. Well, for the giveaways today, we'll use the new Google roll thing, the Wheel of Fortune style wheel someone showed. Oh, I was just having a look here on Flight Radar. It's an interesting routing. Both Edo and Steve are taking. They're going in the wrong direction. Interesting.
Confirm airspeed, China Southern 360.
So we'll get handed over at some point approaching Sadley.
Roger, my number is .837, China Southern 360. China Southern 360, reduce Mach 0.75 or less. 1.75
It's interesting routing, to be fair. But this is the routing they use in real life.
Alpaca 14 Charlie, direct Lamen.
Direct to Lamen, Alpaca 14 Charlie.
Langen. That's a VOR in Germany, isn't it? Uchum says all of these new Chinese airports take half a day to taxi around. Imagine if the terminal trains are down for the passengers that have to walk instead. Oh yeah, there have to be some significant trekking, that's for sure.
China Eastern 4117, China Eastern 4117, stop climb, descend now, runway 240.
Stop climb and descend, oh crikey. Now I want to know what routing Edo and Steve have taken, this sort of wiggle. I'm not zooming in, guys, to check the contrails. Plane's gonna crash.
Control GA713 request descent.
GA713 descent reach 160 by 3D.
Yeah, top to 750 miles.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, turn right heading 210.
Oh, that's Edo. Oh, he's on the frequency still. I thought he'd been handed over. So I think that's just some separation. It's great how you can hear the VATSIM instruction and then you can see Edo changing his direction as well. It's very cool. Spying on everyone.
Turn 4117, fly heading 210.
Heading 210, try to forward.
Transport for Elsan 8006 request taxi. Elsan 8006 taxi pilot discretion, departing ready for departure.
Just trying to see here then, just look at the aileron. So you can see the autopilot making lots of aileron inputs here. Now is that the sim that's throwing the aircraft around and constant rolling for this entire sector? Or is it the weather and obviously ZIBO's and the autopilot's reacting to the roll inputs from the weather? I think it's probably X-plane weather, which is something to correct. Sasha on stand 102 at the ends of the earth. What runway did you land on, Sasha? Stand 102, let's have a look. Where's that? Which terminal? Many, oh there it is. Stand 102, yeah, that you're in the middle of the satellite terminal. So landing 35 left. Oh yeah, 35 left, it's a taxi and a half, isn't it? Okay, cool. Might plan for 35 left as well then. Yeah, look at this rolling though. I think we didn't have that in the tow list, did we, the other day?
Approaching Incheon via cabin on risk departure, NK722, climb to flight 270, squawk 0563, Korean Air 130 Tango.
0562.
Taipei's Chinese airspace still managed by the Air Force. The airway system is not easy because of it. I think linked to that Who jumps in, I think only a mere 10-20% of the airspace is available for commercial flights. You can't fly a straight line over there. Oh really? So it's very well, this Chinese Air Force is vast now, isn't it?
Control QA 1258 heavy maintain for level 270 lift cockpit 10 minutes.
Roger.
Interesting.
Channel 368, turn right direct alignment. Turn right direct alignment, Channel 368. Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar direct alignment.
Direct alignment, Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
So I was getting direct alignment.
Channel 4117 direct alignment.
Alamin's that's the beginning of the Shanghai airspace, so hopefully we'll get that soon at some point as well. But obviously we've got to be fed in with all that traffic. Oh Edo, you've really been taken off the route. Air China 7, I think that's Neo there, so we'll have to slot in behind this dude somehow.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, descent plan number 260.
Descent 260, Alpaca 3 Delta.
I love how Edo always takes the OD-80, and I mean I always take the 737-800. I think we discussed it once that should I start taking different aircraft on group flights? But you guys said no, take the ZIBO mod every time, which is fine by me. It's the only one I know how to fly anyway.
Coordinate 130 Tango, we are ready for pushback on a 2-5.
Right, let's have a look here then.
Coordinate 130 Tango, pushback engines are approved, facing northeast.
So ILS-35 left.
Coordinate 130 Tango.
I think it's going to be the same arrival, it's just via Mike Papa 2. Oh, I selected the FMC. 34 right.
Reduce downward speed, and so 368.
Alpaca 184, going to become 122, connect the
122 and Alpaca 1. Bye-bye.
So we're going to select the Mike Papa 2 transition. I think it's still the same star though. Step through this. Something like that, isn't it? For now. But it's one of the 4 runways it could be, anyway, in that direction. 4 miles, cap OK, we're at 38,000 feet. So top percent will be about 114 miles. Great. Just for a bit of situation awareness at least, but we'll start setting it properly as soon as we pass sadly. Matt attention, don't think I have the metric display in the A310. Does that have a meter gauge, the Inibion's A310? Not to worry, don't forget there is a handy table for you to use. If you go to... there we are. VATPRC.net airspace RVSM, or just Google VATPRC RVSM and you can get that table, which tells you how to convert it, or what the equivalent is.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, turn left heading 170.
Left 170 degrees, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. I've got the same as Edo did then, the wrong direction. I think that's just as we already sort of preempted for spacing.
Coordinate 623, you're leaving my space, reach technical 122, connect the
So technically, Seoul's been apocalypsed. Oh no, I think we're going to be slotted in behind China 7. It'd be a little bit more efficient if he sort of got everyone to do a right turn sooner, as opposed to actually us having to go the wrong way. Michael descended me to flight level 260 to the 300, still have 100 miles on top of drop-off. What's the reason for that, Captain? So that would be for sequencing or something there. That's very common in real life as well, Michael, in certain airspace regions. I've not flown there for a number of years, but when we fly to Paris, one of Paris's secondary airports, very north of Paris, we often get descended to sort of, you know, in the cruise at lower level. And this is actually not flying from the UK, it's from one of the older bases. You have to be level really low. I think it was like flight level 120, 100 miles from the airport to go under all the French airspace going in and out of Paris. So early descents are to accommodate ATC traffic. Very common, all our different destinations. For a variety of reasons. Polish airspace as well as a lot of military airspace. You know, due to the ongoing war in Ukraine above Poland, so that often requires an early step descent to ensure that we don't conflict with that traffic. Just if it's more than 50 miles or even less than that, you can update in the 737 your cruise level at any point. Just put in a new cruise level to chop out a new top descent point.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, descent level 260.
So flight level 260, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Can't see my MCP, it's too sunny. So set. Now I can push out into vent. Now because I'm more than 50 miles from top of descent, it's done a cruise descent. What a cruise descent does, it descends at 1,000 feet per minute. And then it'll maintain and update the cruise speed to that level once we're there. Now one thing that the aircraft's done here, which the real aircraft doesn't do, it's gone straight back to the optimal cruise Mach number at 260 now. Usually it sort of steps gradually down to smoothly transition to the new cruise speed. Okay, have you seen the Jet 2 flight path program? I've applied to it, fingers crossed. I have seen it in the sort of flight sim news, not flight sim news, sorry, aviation news media along those lines. So fantastic, applied for that. Best of luck with it all. Don't know much about the scheme. Very exciting for you though.
and be advised there's traffic 13 miles ahead of you. Roger, and when ready, 1 this way, thank you for service, and over 360. Alpaca, Atmosphere not.
Alpaca. So hopefully transition behind the Air China 7, right, Air China 7. Should actually see at some point. We must be more than 3,000 feet away because he's not on TCAS. He's at 25,000 feet, yeah, he's 10,000 feet below us. All the ships here. Can't see them. There they are. Target spotted. So we're going to be slotted in behind this person. Quite busy going into Shanghai today. It's nice to go here. What's the local time in Shanghai, by the way? Let's have a look here.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, direct landing.
Direct landing now, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. It's currently 6 o'clock in the evening. XQL now available. There we go.
Roger, direct path maintain flight level 360, Korean 524.
Airline 806 direct carload. Direct carload, Airline 806.
Drifting round. It's that wind pushing us. As we fly into the headwind, you'll see the indicated airspeed starts dropping, so the autothrottle will have to add thrust to maintain speed. All whilst descending at 1,000 feet per minute. There you go, turning into the headwind. If we go to POG 2. Look at the headwind, 56, 57, 58. And the indicated airspeed's beginning to drop, look, because obviously we're flying into the headwind, so the autothrottle will add thrust to maintain speed. There you go, this super realistic how it manages that wind change. Very nice. So it sounds like a small stint on Unicom before Shanghai. Shanghai's on standby. Oh, I can have the sun in our eyes all the way as we fly westbound. Sasha, taxi instructions are fast and furious and steady to listen to. Had to request repeat 3 times. No problem. They should get their message to read it a little bit slowly. Now, little bug here. We shouldn't be doing this. What's going on? ZIBO. Yeah, we've got a bug here. So it's overshooting that turn massively. Shouldn't do that at all. I think it's struggled managing that wind. I've had to update it there. Cheers, Simba. Thank you.
On the stand was such a fun flight, and the conversions were a nice challenge. Loved it.
Amazing, Simba. Well, thank you so much for participating, and glad you enjoyed the Chinese ATC. And of course, I'll find a challenging as well. I never use meters. So thank you very much for your support once again. Very kind. It's very realistic having the sun in your face like that. What is it? Shift S for sunglasses. There we are. It's a bit better actually. I put my sunglasses on. Yeah, I've struggled. LNAV putting in direct Lama in. It's meant to do a nice curved turn, which it drew, but the aircraft didn't follow it at all. You can actually see here the cross-track error. Yeah, 0.8 miles. It should be bang on in LNAV. What aircraft did you take, Sid? Can't remember. I've got the list here. A350. Very good. Alright, well, better finish. Well, I won't. Well, God, look at this headwind. Top descent now because we started our step descent early. Is still over 100 miles away. There we are. What did I have? I think it just struggled that turn with the wind. So, what was our alternate fuel we needed again? So reserves were 2.8 for Hotel Golf Hotel, and we're arriving with 2.2. Hey, what happened to all my fuel? Oh, we can't divert then. What's happened to that? Block fuel 739, and we definitely took 75. Have I got screwed up the routing here or something? No, it's planned star as well. That's weird. Not sure about. I mean, currently we have 4. I'm not so sure about this ETA fuel. See if that changes, guys. Oh, it's going up already. 2.2, 2.3. Should be no less than 2.8 taking flight plan fuel unless we've had significant delays or differences to our flight plan route. Yes, we've had an early descent, but that shouldn't affect it by, what was it, 600-700 kilos. Oh, Andy, I remember when before I had the audio muted in the webcam page, that threw me off once when someone sent a ping for the subscription or subscription for a donation. It really throws you off. Okay, fuel check. Do we suspect a leak? Oh, that's right, we do. It has gone up. 515. Expect total to Tango arrival, ILS Chulu, runway 25. There, China. Clouds look superb, don't they? Very nice. T125 cleared ILS Chulu, runway 36 left approach, report when established. Cleared ILS Chulu, runway 36 left approach, report when established on localizer T125. China Eastern 4117, Merchant 122.88. I do love this Boeing mod Alpaca Airways livery, it's one of my favourites. Kieran, it's that red diesel Alpaca uses captain, doesn't need the same on the sensors. Clogged up the gauges. And he ended up compensating landing long using Lama SOPs and landing come what may. Beautiful. Seems looking great. Oh, what a great decision it was to opt back into the beta, though it took me 2 hours to fix. That's a great view.
Korean 524 Super, descent to reach flight number 180 by Pukto.
Descent to reach flight number 180 by Pukto, Korean 524 Super.
I want to go. So we're descending down to 7,900 meters.
Check.
Either traffic a second.
Alright, so when we get down there, if I press VNAV it should show cruise descent, and then when we level off it should update to cruise 260. There it goes. Active Econ cruise, 254 knots, 90 miles till top of descent. Fuel now up to 2.4, so it's going up again slowly. I think it's just bugging the margin. Right, let's start setting up then for our approach into Shanghai. Has everyone been getting, whatever it said, runway 35 left? I'll leave it for now. Yeah, 35 left. Let's have a listen to the 80s. So yeah, departing 34 left and 34 right. Expect ILS approach landing runway 34 right. Oh, it's just changed. And 34 and 35 left. ACDM in operation. Wind chill on all runways. Ooh. Traffic should pass Dumet at 4,800 meters, or Bravo Kilo at 5,100 meters. So here's the info for you. There you go. So aircraft should pass Dumet at 4,800 meters, and wind 360 at 7 meters per second. It's about 14 knots. Cav OK, 22 degrees. Dew point 10, QNH 1013. Transition altitude 3,000 feet. 3,000 meters. Advisory information Sierra. Okay. So we just need to convert that restriction at Dumet then. So Dumet at 4,800 meters. Let's have a look at the screen. So 4,800 meters is 15,700 feet, which I think is the restriction in the FMC. 122.8 Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Goodbye, sir.
Now Incheon using running 34 right and 33 left for departure.
So winds are in. QNH 1013.
And Gimpo using 32 right for departure.
Legs. Yeah, so you can see Doom at 15.7. So what I'm going to do is, it says at or above, which I don't want. If I just delete it temporarily, see what it wants us. 259. I'm going to put 15.7. Hard. That way we're complying with the arrival to be at 15,700 feet, which is brought my top of descent point. Let's go to Unicom. Already in, so we can comply with that arrival restriction, and that's also where we mentioned we'd need to be. So let's now select the start. Dumit 91 Alpha, there we are. So 15.7 hard. And then we've got Larsan. All the restrictions have been converted into feet by the looks of it. Papa Delta 11, 230 knots, 6,890 feet. Did you guys do the 92 Alpha transition direct to initial approach fix, or did you sort of get sort of the shortened base, sorry, the longer base to 414 downwind and then to Mike Papa 2? That's the $1 million question. And then we're going for the most 92 Alpha transition. Oh, you got the shortened one. Thank you. Oh, I like it when I have guinea pigs ahead of me. Good old guinea pigs. There we are, Papa Delta 11, 6890. Direct to Mike Papa 2. And then onto the ILS. Which was, what should we say it was going to be? 35 left. Great. And he got 34 right. Ifin, you're holding it, Papa Delta 208. Well, let's go for 34 right. If I'm going with Andy got 34, and that's the closest runway, so it gives me more time to quickly switch over. I'm going to go 34 right. Still via Mike Papa 2. Whatever I go for, it's aviation. Whatever you go for, they change it to the other one. Simba got 34 right as well. There we are. Well, the transition's in. Perfect. All looks good. That's 34 right. Excellent. So we've already checked the star. ILS 34 right. The ILS frequency is 1089 active. We've got the Pudong VOR 169 on standby. Course is 348. What? Frequencies, courses, minimums then. They're in feet at least, 212 feet. So see my minimums now. Perfect. Just match my heading bug. Right then, so we're going to get vectors or the procedure via Mike Papa 2, the initial approach fix. No terrain issues, the highest to the west is 3,700 feet. Multiple frequency changes probably. Missed approach, climb straight ahead to 500 feet. Onto there is a right turn track 018 to 990 feet. And then we're going to make a right turn Papa Delta 231. And max speed of 210 knots. We don't have any heights there. Apart from 1970. Is that in meters or feet? I'm going to go with... feet, seeing the FMC shows 1970, so we'll set 2,000 feet. Not much to change, courses and minimums the same, just the ILS frequency and range frequency to change. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, 1970 feet is 600 metres, so it's fine. They'll descend us to 600 metres, we know what it is. Love the fact that they put the conversion chart there. Speed limits throughout the approach. Papa Foxtrot 8 max 200, which is already coded. Papa Delta 048 max 180, that's already coded as well. Great then. That's that done. So landing in 3-4 right, I mean all the runways. It's 4,000 metres, 3,400, 3,800. 3,800. So the planned one is 3,800. We can land in half that easily. Let's have a look at the landing performance regardless. So landing 3-4 right. Flat 30. Surface wind. Let's have a look here. It is 340 at 8 metres. It's got it 340 at 15. It's straight down the runway. Temperature 21,1014 now. Just look at our landing weight. 2.9, 3.8. We're going to burn 900 kilos. Landing weight is going to be 59.6. It's already changed the VREF edition. Flat 30 order break 3, 1,700 meters. And we'll just use that and vacate probably goal 4, if not goal 5. To actually understand. Second E10 reverse brake calling. Flat fit 59.6. 130. Order brake 3. Second detent reverse. Beautiful. All set up, ready for the approach. Descent is about 40 miles. To make that doom restriction. Eh? Interesting. Oh. I thought I changed that to hard. 1500. Execute. That's better. I thought the top descent was a bit far away. Yeah, 15.7. Good, so we'll descend to make that restriction and doom at 15.7, which was 4,000, or is 4,800 meters. Cool. And I'll set that now. Let's run that sim. And you can see there, 15.74, 785 meters. Great. Look at that sunset, guys. Hopefully Cav okay as well, as it's forecast. You can see the coastline in the distance, actually. Superb. Then you had to leave your hold as well. Didn't have to do a loop, because you're a little bit high. Dave, you got 3-4 via Damlin 9 Alpha Star. That's what we've got in the box. Oh, Damlin you got. I'm doing a Doomit. Damn Doomit. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Did they tell you to contact them, or did you contact them? I don't want to end up in some Chinese prison. Very quiet on Unicom. Well, I mean, it has been a very quiet green flight, which I think we needed. Last month was an absolute sort of, you know, test of patience. So busy going into Sweden. I mean, I held for about an hour. I landed, what was it? About a ton of fuel? Ton and a half. Quite close to Mayday fuel, that was sure. Anyway, aircraft's going to start descending momentarily into Shanghai. First ever time we've done a live stream into Shanghai. Oh, so that's something that's a bit weird. The aircraft's now accelerated to 273 knots. Oh, I got a ding dong. 127750.
That's 400 meters. 2,400 meters.
Right, check the frequency 12775. Perfect. Shanghai approach. RVSM in use. Alright. Shanghai approach. Good evening. Alpaca 65 Charlie November. We're descending to 4,800 meters level Doomit.
Okay, stand by. 南方368坐正1拐动。
Listen carefully, haven't we?
Is that 65 Charlie November calling?
A firm Alpaca 65 Charlie November descending to 4,800 meters Doomit.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, Roger, for Squawk 5450.
Squawk 5450 Alpaca 65 Charlie November.
南方368航向1拐动，下到3000，修正海压1014。
5450.
航向1拐动，下到3000，修正海压1014。
Ah, no problem, Hoo Chum. It's nice to do it at different times.
Chinese 74117, descend to 2,700 meters, trench 1014.
Descend to 2,700 meters, confirm transfer 417.
Sounds like some...
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, radar contact, runway 34 right. Max 902 Alpha arrival. Descend to 4,800 meters. As flight.
Send 4,800 meters, expect 34 right via the Dumet 92 Alpha, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Perfect, and that's exactly what we planned, the Dumet 92 Alpha. Thanks guys, thanks guinea pigs. His English is excellent. You know, to learn, well obviously to be able to speak and read and learn Mandarin. And his English was impeccable, man. Really, really nice.
China Eastern 4117, speed 230.
You're welcome, cheers Andy. Very good on to you. Slight level segment after the Dumet restriction. Good time to. I mean, I'm 30 minutes late, so I would have had a bit more light, but the sun is setting beautifully. They have vastly improved the lighting, the clouds in XP12 in the beta. A few little artifacts here and things. You can see it sort of flashing there in the corner. Looks a bit weird, but they'll fix that in time. I don't dare zoom in too far. Passing I should say flight level 200. Passing 6,100 meters. Yeah, English all the controls. Very, very good. Very impressed. Amazing. They certainly don't teach Mandarin in any English schools. Ships everywhere.
China Eastern 4117, contact approach on 121.1, bye-bye. 121.1, China Eastern 417, good day.
Yeah, I mean, that's my thrust lever is just moving on the quadrant. Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't usually stream this time of day, but there are a few events here in China and the southeast of Asia. You see them pop up in events, but obviously this time it's just not convenient for us guys in Europe.
Alpha 65 Charlie November, descend to 3,600 meters.
Descend 3,600 meters, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. So I can just wind this down until I see 3,600 basically. There you go, 11,800 feet. You don't even need the conversion table, but yeah, 3597, 11,800. You can double check the table. Clearance was 3,600 meters, 3,600 is... Oh, you have to interpolate, it doesn't exactly have it, but I've set it, I'm quite happy.
Just confirm Alpaca Delta, I've been told to switch to 121.1.
There's weird stuff going here in X-Plane with the clouds. I just heard Edo. I didn't hear him get trapped.
Which transform up to a golf.
Oops. There we are. So I'll push out to defense brief level segment.
Station
then we keep
asking for the frequency change. Say again the call sign.
Oh, I think it was Edo, but he's gone. He's gone back.
Alpha 65 Charlie November, descend to 3,600 meters.
Descending now 3,600 meters, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Probably sort of had a level segment, just wanted to confirm I was descending. There we are, down we go. That was coming on. Well, I buttered the A340 on whatever day it was, Thursday, Wednesday. Should have no issues today, guys. No issues at all. Oh, this is weird in the corner. Oh, X-plane lighting doing funny things. Well, I thought I saw the coastline earlier, but certainly can't see it. Well, can I see it now? Do I dare zoom in? Is that it? Oh no, that's cloud. Lots of aircraft carriers and ships. Cargo ship there, actually. Famous last words I know, I guess. It's getting dark now, so turn up the lighting. Oh, I've still got my sunglasses on, haven't I? Ah, that's better. Lighting's all turned up. Battage, alrighty, need to run. This was a very fun flight and mock-off. Managed to catch up to quite some time. Thank you very much, Battage, for participating. Really appreciate it, buddy. And thanks to everyone. I mean, it was a very low turnout this month. You know, I know a lot of you try to take part, and it's, you know, weekends aren't always convenient, especially this time. But thanks for those that did participate. We'll roll the usual 2 giveaways. You got a very good, was it 1 in 7 chance of winning a giveaway this week? So it's really good odds for the participants of the group flight this month. Oh, was it 40 or 16 in total? 16 in total. We'll roll that twice as soon as we.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, distance to 2,400 meters, QNH 1014.
Said 2,400 meters, QNH 1014, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. 2,400 meters. Set QNH 1014, passing 4,070 meters for 2,400 meters. Standby altimeter is set. Rigged, Greg Scott. I've shown you. You won the last one on Discord. Oh, chum, very cheeky, very cheeky. The wheel of names, yes, that was what it is. It still shows Greg Scott in all of it. Look, there you go, Greg. Look, not rigged at all. Greg Scott, Greg Scott. That's a little bit of a joke we were playing the other day. I'll clear that. There we go. I've already cleared it, ready for the. It's full of adverts.
Charlie November, expedite descent.
Thanks, starting descent. Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Doesn't want me down. Level change. Am I getting more of a shortcut? I don't know. 56 track miles 5, 10, 15. I'm already quite low, unless he's giving me a much better shortcut later. Easily recoverable from that shortcut though. What's the name of the sea between Seoul and Shanghai? Just educate myself. It's the someone the Northern China Sea? I heard of the Southern China Sea in the media. Truthfully, I don't know. Passing 105 for flight level. Sorry, 3,200 meters for 2,400 meters. Post-cruise checks. Fuel 4 pumps. Has the fuel ETA changed? Yeah, look at that. It must have been broken earlier. It said 2.1, 3.1, and I haven't modified the route that much. It's much better than what we're expecting. So I think the using reserve fuel was a bug because the arrival fuel was bugged. It's still a South China Sea. Cheers.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, speed 250 knots, contact port 121.1. Happy landing. Bye bye.
Reducing speed now 250 knots and 121.1. Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Thank you for the ATC and your English, sir. Very, very good. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hopefully it makes it. It was excellent. 9,500 feet. Let's just finish the checks. So fuel, 4 pumps, lights. I forgot to reduce to 250 knots. That was a bit naughty. Angular bank 25, pressurization set, belts on, recall, checks complete.
China Eastern 4117.
It's a yellow sea up there, okay.
Running 325, China 417.
A Shanghai approach, good day, Alpaca 65 Charlie November, descending to 2,400 meters, inbound to Mike Papa 2 for ILS 34 right.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, hello, runway 34 right, fly heading 270, cancel start.
Heading 270 degrees, radar vectors, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. So we go heading selector, now we can route direct to... His English is fantastic as well. So we can do that, bring that to the top, watch the path change, much better, probably even that one, execute, 700 feet high, so and we'll level off now anyway, so we can just use a bit of speed brake. So yeah, excellent, we're in a good position for straight in. The view from the cockpit is very nice. Ah, yeah.
And China Eastern 4117.
I think that's worthy of a screenshot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, Prince work. It's not working. It does this sometimes, Windows. It doesn't work. Damn it. That's fantastic. No, I've had this a few times in Windows. Just Windows Alt print screen doesn't print screen sometimes. Until I restart my PC. Anyway, we're getting to the point now. I know I was given 250, but I'm going to have to start reducing speed because I've got to recover my profile when I do get descent. When it gets to around 2,500 feet, I might nudge him. But we're in a good position to go straight for flaps.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, descend at my time, 600 meters.
So maintain 600 meters, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. So 610, 2,000 feet, will change. Now bug up to 250, use the speed brake. In fact, you know what, I'm going to stay at 220, bring the flaps out. So 220, we'll go to flap 5 with speed brake is a really nice configuration to recover the profile. We'll just get it back out to 220, we might be alright anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure about the path, to be honest. Oh yeah, I know why, 1970 or above. No mandatory level of that, it's more like it, 1,300 feet. Yeah, we'll just go 220 knots with speed brake. So we can tell VNAV we're doing 220 now. Execute. So now that will redraw the path based off 220 knots. Perfect. Yeah, great visuals tonight.
Alpaca 65 November, question 65 Charlie November, cancel the ADC speed restriction.
Free speed, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Oops, I think I meant to be doing 250 still, but I've slowed down. Thinking about myself. Oops, didn't do a descent to the post checks, let's do them now.
Descent checklist.
Wait for the idents anyway.
Pressurization.
That is
Set.
land out 0.
Off.
Don't need it.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Discussed.
IAS and alt bugs.
Stone the speed brake.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist complete.
Oh, I get so much noise from the speed brake on my brief fuel now. Ice out bugs, yep, flap 30 checked. So frequencies are fine for the ILS, I'm expecting 1089. Rings are in for runway 34 right.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, turn right heading 290.
Right in 290 degrees, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. That's why we have these checks to make sure we've got the correct fixings in, because obviously we planned for a different runway to start. The 10 and 4 is in, looking good for the path. I'm going to be slightly low, I reckon, actually. Just waiting for the idents. Looks like we're picking things up now. Approach courses are set 348. So just waiting for the ident, which is India Papa Romeo, and it's just come up India Papa Romeo, so we can finish the approach checks.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Perfect.
Set and cross check.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist complete.
Actually, it is mandatory 2,000 feet there. Whoops. I'm trying to be an efficient descent here and I'm going to end up too high, never mind. Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen. Just crossed the coast. What a lovely offer. Wow, what's that? This is cool. What's here? Are they building something there in the future? There's no built-up areas, just a round road. Oh, that's really cool. I want to know what that is. If you know, Boga, I'm running late today. Just going for lunch.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, heading 320, clear the ILS runway 34 right.
Running 320 degrees on the heading, cleared at ILS 34 right, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Alright, well it's mandatory 2000 at that point to be fair, so that is going to put us low on profile. Even though I did put Atra above, the path is showing us slightly low, which is correct to be fair. So yeah, mandatory 2000 at Papa Delta 083, max 180, so I need to reduce speed as well. So flat 1. I'll just adjust my vertical speed to ensure that we are
2,500.
definitely at 2,000 feet at that point. So some airports you just can't have, or can't manage a CDA because of the design of the approach. 348. It's a lake. Thank you, Craig. It's called Dishui Lake. It's an artificial lake with a hotel in the middle. I want to go to that hotel and watch the aircraft landing in Shanghai. There we are. So that's the runway right off to the east, which we're not using. We're established on this ILS here. There we are. Not bad at all. Out of quiet, hold a bit fast, but to be doing 180 knots and flat 2. Alpaca 65 Charlie November, localizer established for ILS 34 right.
Thank you. Alpaca 65 Charlie November, contact tower 118.8. Bye-bye.
118.8 Alpaca 65 Charlie November, and thank you very much for your ATC and your time. Bye-bye. Perfect.
Tango 3 and then Whiskey 3, Lima 26 Alpha to stand 140. Tango 3, Whiskey 3.
Perfect, just wait for glide slope alive then.
140, back to your task. After Whiskey 3 will be Lima 26 Alpha.
Edo's
Lima 26
experiencing what I'm going to experience. Really loss of confusion. So glide slope capture will happen at the Foxtrot India 34 right points. Yeah, the clouds are doing a bit of funky stuff as well. I think if you look down and then look up suddenly, you get this weird. Oh, I didn't do it then. So, but I got it all first time, no pressure. Is there any witnesses to that? Flat 5.
Chinese 4117, continue taxi, go. Romeo 4, Hotel runway.
Size of this airport, guys. It's like the American airports.
Continue, Golf Romeo, Hotel 3 for the Chinese 417.
So this guy, Tower, is the guy who organised all the ATC. Okay, missed approach, 2,000 metres, 10 metres, 2,000 metres, 2,000 feet, look. Perfect, let's check in again. Shanghai Tower, good day, Alpaca 65 Charlie November, establish at ILS 34 right.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, Pushback Tower, hello, surface wind 340 degree, 8 meters per second, QH 1014, runway 34 right, clear to land.
QH 1014, runway 34 right, cleared to land, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Perfect, clear to land guys, 4 miles, gear down, flat 15, match speed, landing checklist, 2 flaps. Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Flat 30. Add 7 knots.
Speed brake. Landing gear.
Down 3 queens.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 3 set.
Flaps.
Flaps 30 set. Green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist complete.
Perfect. So 1,000 feet checked. Missed approach is set 2,000 feet. Right. Just give us a little wiggle. We always have to do that with the ZIBO mod. But surely, yeah, look, it doesn't work straight away. There you go. Disconnect the autopilot. Sure, in trim. So, yeah, quite a strong headwind. So it's about 17 knots. We've added a few knots to VREF or VFly speed. It's with ortho, and it's stock scenery, well, with the file that Dave suggested we use.
500.
Checked. Huge runway, look at this.
400.
Checked. Probably be, with this sort of wind, a little bit of gusting, a bit more mechanical turbulence, but don't really get that in X-Plane, whereas at Microsoft Flight Sim it's the other opposite effect too much. Need somewhere in between.
200.
Jets.
Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Check.
20. 10.
It's beautiful. Speed brakes up. That was the best. Reverses. What a butter. I felt that. I felt that from 200 feet. I just knew manual braking. 100 knots.
80 knots.
That's the reverse. That was a beauty. That's the one we've been waiting for a while, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shanghai. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. There we are, vacating at Golf 4 as planned. Alright, perfect. Alpaca 65 Charlie November, vacating at Golf 4.
65 Charlie November, can you taxi Golf Romeo 4, hold short runway 34 left.
Golf Romeo 4 and then hold short 34 right, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. So Romeo 4 is the next.
Charlie November, hold short runway 34 left.
Sorry, apologies. Holding short of 34 left at Romeo 4, Alpaca 65 Charlie November.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, no worries.
Perfect. So flaps up, speed brake is stowed. And do my taxi and flow as captain, which is lights, weather radar off. And then taxi and flow out off, trim 4 units. Yeah. Nice flight, guys, nice flight. Patience again required this morning for the sim, but I've made it. Alright, perfect. Now I need to find out where I'm going.
Echo Romeo 1, hold short 34 left, airport 555.
So there's Romeo 4, but we're going to stop here at this Romeo 4 in the sim. This stop bar. It's weird because they always have these yellow stop bars in the sim. They don't exist, it's only red. What a huge...
Roger, thank you, bye-bye.
So this controller here is...
65 Charlie November by Romeo 4, cross runway 34 left, left and join Echo.
And cross 34 left via Romeo 4 and left to join Echo, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Perfect, so we're cleared to cross the runway. Firm reback, clear cross, droves back on. Clear left and clear right, and that's how our operator, we prevent both runway incursions and also to check if there's no traffic in case agencies miss something. And second left is Echo.
Hello, good on. Tower, this is Papa 011 on stand 163. Information Tango on board, request clearance to...
So there's Foxtrot.
Papa 011, you're clear to...
Huge airport, look at the size of this apron.
Delta departure, climb initially 900 meters. Cruising altitude 5 level 370 and squawk 2135.
I'm coming, Alpacas.
See again, please. You're clear to Incheon, use runway 34 left. Lama 92 Delta departure. Climb initially 900 meters.
So I was told to go to Echo. Next bit, I'm not so sure.
And squawk 2135.
Is there actually a ground frequency here? Is Tower doing everything? Oh, he's doing everything. Thankfully, he's got an approach controller.
Initially 9,000 meters and final 3704.
So I can see Alpacas over there, so I'm guessing we're going over to that. This terminal's huge, look at it. Absolutely
011, confirm 34 left, Laman 992 Delta.
Just take it a little bit steady here.
Laman 2 Delta, sorry, apply 011.
Confirm Laman 992 Delta.
Laman 992 Delta.
This will fly 011, request correct, call me when ready.
Perfect. Alpaca 65 Charlie November on Echo.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, can you right turn join Tango 3?
Right Tango 3, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Where's that? Is that here?
Ready for taxi,
It's here.
Alpaca 33 Lima Romeo, can you taxi Lima 25 Alpha, Lima 22, hold runway Lima, hold short Echo.
And was that for me?
It's T4 is for flight to Lima Romeo.
Wasn't for me.
Stand by.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November on Tango 3.
Alpaca 65 Charlie November, can you taxi Tango 3, hold short Whiskey 4 please.
Tango 3 hold short Whiskey 4 Wilco, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. Tango 3.
It's 33 Lima Romeo, taxi Lima 25 Alpha, Lima
Whiskey
22,
4.
hold short Echo.
Where's Whiskey 4, guys?
Alpha Lima 22, hold short Echo, is for flight 33 Lima Romeo.
What a taxi. Tango 3 hold short Whiskey 4. Is that like all the way up here? There's the whole of Tango 3. Lima 22. Whiskey 4 here. Okay, got you. Got it. Managed it just about, otherwise I was going to get caught out there. To be fair, I was a bit late with the Monarch.
Charlie November, can you taxi Tango 3, Whiskey 4, Lima 26, stand 150.
We'll taxi Tango 3, Whiskey 4, Lima 26, stand 150, Alpaca 65 Charlie November. So Whiskey 4, Lima 26. I think I've managed it, guys. I think I've managed it. So second left. Thank God, got all the taxi instructions here. I just saw Monarch. Monarch living in China, guys. This is a complex taxiway, isn't it? There's the alpacas. Lima 26. Stand 150. Oh, I can see it. Oh, I can see it. Starting the APU. I can see it on the chart. I made it. I made it. It get lost. Almost did. What's thank you in Chinese? I need to say thank you to the controller once we get on stand. That Monarch flashed you. Oh, I didn't notice. Yeah, it does model that, doesn't it? How do you pronounce it? Gigi. Is that correct? Straight in, stand 150. Shut down 2 now. I wish I could speak Chinese like that. I like that bit clunky getting the ZIBO mod. You don't get the real aircraft. It's she. Okay. Stand 150, guys. Oh, look at your waiting as well. Oh, we own this terminal today. It's huge. This airport is just on another scale. Look at that. She is. Oh no! I need to look this up before I say it. PP. Okay, I'll look this up. I'll say thank you. Great. Alright, brake, stop. Beautiful. Parking brake set. APU's available. There we are, 2 blues and 1 red. Engine's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shanghai in China. First ever time doing a live stream here. Belts on for the full shutdown flow. There we are. Some conditioned air into the cabin. Anti-coal off. End the flight to New Sky. Perfect. So, just want to look up. I want to say rhymes with hey. Oh, hey. Shay Shay. Mandarin, isn't it? Thank you. Here we go.
谢谢。
谢谢. 谢谢. Alpaca 65 Charlie November, just parked on stand 150. Thank you very much to the ATC in organising. Shia Shia. Shay Shay.
Charlie November, Roger. Thanks for flying to Shanghai. Hope you enjoy your flight.
Shay Shay, bye bye.
Alright.
There we are, did it! I said she to start, didn't I? But Shay Shay. But there we are, look guys, here we all are. Thank you very much for your patience earlier whilst I was trying to organise, not organise, fix my simulator, but it held through for the VATSIM event today. Our 65th members only group flight in China, Shanghai. There we are, and I managed to say thank you ish in Chinese in Mandarin. Who needs Duolingo when you have flight data sim? No, I've got Google.
谢谢.
There you go. No, it was Shia. You said Shay Shay. Shia. There we are. I've done it. Anyway, look, here's a number of us here. Look at the size of this airport as well. I mean, this is probably the largest airport we've flown into. Well, no, is it Dallas, Texas? Is probably a bit bigger size-wise, but what an awesome event we had anyway. And thank you for those that took part. I think we've just about see everyone here. We've got a few of them I know how to log off. Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, 9 Papa Yankee here, 1 4 Charlie, 5 Whiskey Mike, Edo in 3 Delta Oscar, 3 5 Golf, 2 9 Tango, Alpaca 1 2. Goes without saying, is there any point showing you this? 10 out of 10 on New Sky, but there you go. Actually got a full load of passengers. Big demand between these two airports. There's that little jink we had from ATC, but no problems with that flight. In fact, how did ZIBO score me? I always forget to check this one. Fuel weight balance. 5-star landing, 5-star approach, 10 stars, ladies and gentlemen. 10 out of 10 on New Sky, 10 out of 10 on ZIBO. How often does that happen? Every sector. Sasha, glad you enjoyed it. Oh, I've broken the air bridge though, that's one thing. But yeah, thanks Sasha, glad you enjoyed it. And, yeah, meters, it's not challenging guys, it's just most aircraft have the ability to select meters and just set it on the MCP and see what the conversion is. It's simple as that. Apart from that was the same. Plainly brilliant. 9 Papa Yankees currently refueling for Munich. Huge thanks to a great MOGAF again. Oh, excellent place. So did you fly in here and then you're now going on to Munich from Shanghai? So that's awesome. Awesome, man. What's that going to be to Munich from here? Probably, what, 9-10 hours? Amazing. Anyway, let's roll these giveaways for all the participants for the group flight. So I'll fire up the Wheel of Names, as it's now called, and I'll just copy it across as well. So there you are. This is the new way we roll the giveaways. Thank you very much. I can't remember who found it and suggested it, but I'll copy and paste all the participants here from Discord. There we are. So everyone's in. There you go. You can see Group 1, Group 2. What I'll do, I'll remove Group 2 line and Group 1 line. There we are, and we're all in. These are all participants for the group flight. We'll just simply roll it twice. Was it 19 in the end? Well, I haven't forgotten anyone either. No, and there's the second group starting at 0800. Perfect. So we'll roll it now. I'll just stop the music. Oh, I need my fanfare music open, which I open up in a new tab from my soundboard. There we go. So let's roll the first one. Oh, it's so much more exciting with the Wheel of Names. The first winner of the giveaway is... Oh, it's close. It was Liam, though. Nearly Edo, not again. Well done, Wheel of Names. There we are. There we go, Liam. So we'll close that and we'll just simply roll it again. There we go. Second winner. It's going to be... Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, what? Blank? What does that mean? What? I might have to roll it again. Let's remove that instance. Why is there blank ones? Right, roll it again. Right, here we go. We're going to get another blank winner. Oh, here we are. No giveaway guides for the second person. Third time lucky. Probably it just does the blank ones to get rid of them, I don't know. Oh no, it's not going to be a blank one now. It's going to be, I think that's going to be Matej. Yes it is. There we go. Oh, there we are. I am actually in the list, but I didn't win this time. That's a shame. But well done, Matej and Liam. I'll get in contact with both of you on Discord to get the giveaway organised and sorted. But thank you very much to all of you for participating during this group flight today. Oh, what's wrong with X-Plane? Your rendering options are too high. X-Plane can't run in real time. Oh, it's struggling here. I've never seen that message before. Is that with the FPS here in Shanghai? Yeah, oh gosh, 17 FPS! Shanghai, what's going on? Something's killing the sim. Well, never have that issue usually. Never see that message come up. Anyway, it's not booted me off that sim. That's because I'm on the ground, isn't it? Right, anyway, look, thank you very much for participating. Very quiet MogF this month, but enough of you took part as usual. So thank you very much for your participation. I'll send off some cool prizes for you, Liam and Matej. Let me know what you'd like. If you're from the UK, remember it's an X-Plane gift card, which I know some of you aren't. Sorry, from a continuing Amazon gift card. Otherwise, any flight sim voucher from any reputable store. There's loads that do vouchers now. Any-Builds, Sim Market, Contrail, Aerosoft. There are a number of them as well. Yeah, if you're from the UK, I have a few more extra options. Right then, guys, we'll end that here because I am overrunning, and I said to my lovely fiance I'll be done at midday latest, and that was without the 30-minute delay, so I've slightly overran. But thank you once again for participating. I'll get a date in as soon as possible for the 66th members only group flight. I'm getting very busy. I'm getting married in the near future, I should say. I don't want to give away too much. I'll let you know when I do get married, but that is taking up a lot of spare time, full time at work, baby. I will do what I can where I can, but I'll get a date in at least for the next group flight. Again, anytime we can utilise existing VATSIM events is great. Obviously, we've got to anticipate the workload with the controller for that one. But this was fun to organise with VATSIM China, and the AT was fantastic. Anyway, thanks all of you as ever for your continued support as members. It's really appreciated. I completely forgot I need to do my replay, and then I'll say thanks to you guys. So I'll just log off of VATSIM. There we are. So that's us disconnected. Just turn off Fly Live here. I nearly forgot the replays, guys. Got to see that butter. Right. I'll turn that music off. Turn that music on. Why is that not working? Oh, that was meant to be a smooth transition there. There it is. Hold on there, a little bit longer, X-Plane, please. You've done so well, / not before the start of the stream. That was a good position by the looks of it. Yeah, what happened to the FPS? It was alright on the approach and taxiing. I'm a modest man, but that was an excellent landing. Oh, look at the clouds. That was textbook. That was textbook. No float, butter. Been right on the touchdown aiming point as well. It's not realistic with default runways that pain, but well, I'll stick with the beta for now. I'm not going to mess around with any more settings in the sim. Right, guys, I'm going to get you straight into this view. So I'm running a little bit late today. Otherwise, I'd have done a few more views and replays for the landing. But as I've already said, my goodbyes already. Thank you once again for your continued support as members. Really appreciate it, as ever, and we'll look forward to organising the 66 members only group flight. As mentioned as well, I do have a standby next week, so I'll hopefully get something out before you then as well. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Those in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday weekend as well, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.